Excuse me? I'm looking for Sam, my probation officer.
You found them. I am Sam. Sam, I am. Did you not read Green Eggs and Ham when you were little?
No, sorry.
Too bad. Read it now. It's a masterpiece of 20th century poetry. Have a seat. What's your name?
Julie Rose.
This is your second offense. Don't you realize we have a three strikes law?
I,
Do you not understand what that means for you?
um, no, not exactly.
If you commit a third offense of the same nature, you'll go to prison for 5 years.
Oh,
Let's just chat like between friends. Why do you think you keep repeat offending?
it was just an accident.
Now, if someone was driving drunk and killed a child, which would also be an accident, you think that person should get off without punishment?
Of course not. But that's not really an accident. That person chose to be driving drunk.
Correct. But the same is true for you. You too have choices. I don't understand why any woman would let something as disgusting and painful as a period happen to her in the first place.
Ah,
It says here in your file that you were caught buying a box of tampons from a drug dealer.
I didn't have a choice. One can't buy any pads or tampons in the store anymore.
For an obvious reason. Because it's a crime to have a period. Period. Pun intended.
Huh.
Is this a religious or political statement of some kind?
No.
So why then? Why would you choose to suffer if you don't have to?
No one likes having periods, of course, but I don't think they should be illegal.
Really? Do you not understand that every egg is a potential human being? And if you don't use it, that particular human being loses their chance to live for all eternity.
But it's not a human until the sperm.
Are you a scientist?
No.
Well, then, you're not qualified to have an opinion on this. You should trust the smart people who know what they're talking about. The scientists, the lawmakers. Now, what is your plan going forward to make sure you won't have any more periods?
Um, I haven't decided yet.
This is the condition of your release. I have to write it in your file. Why don't you just start by taking the pill? That way you can take your time to think about it.
They make one become sort of um, ugly, like grow facial hair.
Look at me. Are you calling me ugly?
Oh, no, 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 not at all. I wasn't referring
A
to.
manly man or a feminine female is a thing of the past. But if you are so old fashioned and insist on being all woman, then why don't you just have a baby?
Yes, I'd like that. Except I don't have a boyfriend or a husband at the moment.
My goodness, girl, how are you so old fashioned?
Maybe because I was homeschooled.
They didn't make that illegal soon enough. My partner was homeschooled. Poor thing. You don't need to have a man to have a baby. That's what sperm banks are for. It's not even recommended to do it with a man. Having two parents is too stressful for the child. Trying to love them both when one of them is clearly a jerk, listening to them fighting and arguing, the stress of a divorce, which is inevitable. Yeah, sperm bank is the way to go. They check the sperm for any diseases, so it's a lot safer than some guy who could have caught something just before humping you. And for an extra fee, they can get you a sperm with talent. You'll be able to choose if you want a child musician or an athlete. I highly recommend that. It's worth the money. Otherwise, you get the default sperm.
What's the default sperm?
It's just your basic healthy sperm, pasteurized and DNA modified, of course, to eliminate any criminal tendencies, to make sure the child is a good law-abiding citizen.
Is all sperm GMO'd, even if I pay extra for a talent?
Of course, the society needs talented people, but not crazy depressed artists like that famous guy who cut his ear off. We want happy, well-behaved children who cause no stress to their parents or teachers. In the old days, parents were always worrying about kids getting gray hair because of their kids. Thankfully, that's no longer the case.
But aren't there still problem kids when women make babies with men?
Not anymore. Nowadays, your average baby gets the same standard DNA modification.
What if the mother doesn't want it?
If you were a mother, would you want a kid who doesn't listen, doesn't respect you, causes you all kinds of grief?
I guess not.
There you go. Nothing else is affected like intelligence. Actually, they're more intelligent after that little adjustment. Straight A students. So, is that what you want me to put in your file? That you're going to get pregnant after you leave here?
Can I ask a question about the other option?
The question is not whether you can ask, which you obviously can, but may you ask?
Sorry, may I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, how is removing ovaries not killing potential humans?
Because the eggs from those ovaries are harvested and given to women who can't have children otherwise.
That's nice.
Yes, it is. So, what shall I put in your file?
Okay, I'll go with the sperm bank.
Excellent choice. When I see you next week, you better have a bun in the oven.